day 1, I spawned in a snowy taiga biome, so let's get moving. I get some wood and make some tools. Then I spot a pillager outpost. Onwards! I get to the top and take out the pillager up there. Pow! Pow! Then I loot their chest and I find a goat horn, also with other various goodies. Then I have to have a toot on it. I mine some coal and I mine some stone. Then I make some stone tools. Look at that crafting speed. Then I kill some sheep for wool. I craft my bed. I get a blue flower, I make some blue dye, and I make a nice blue bed. And that brings me to the end of day 1. Day 2, I think I want to do some exploring today. But little did I know there was a sneaky green fellow waiting to assassinate me. I managed to hit him away, but then I miss an axe crit, so I run away from the blast as fast as possible. I kill some sheep, and I kill some pigs for food. And then I spot an ocean ruins. Not today, drowned! I loot the chest in the ruins and find a treasure map. So I set out to find the treasure. On my way, I have a close encounter with a drowned with a trident, so I escape quickly. I get to the X on the map and I start digging down. Oh look, treasure! After getting all that good loot, I decide to make an iron helmet with the iron I found. I cooked myself some food as well, and I placed out my bed, and that brings us to the end of day 2. Day 3, I want to try find a village today. On my way, I find some iron, and then I find some more. I then find myself in a swamp biome, and then also a birch tree biome, but no village in sight unfortunately. I then find a deep cave system, and whilst mining, I bump into an amethyst geode. It would be rude not to collect some amethyst. Afterwards, I bump into some more iron, which I swiftly mine, and then I get smelting the iron to make some more armour. Well, no village today, but that brings me to the end of day 3. Day 4, I start off by making some better equipment for the cave below so I don't get killed. But instantly, I mine some redstone, fall into the cave, take some fall damage, and then I get barraged by 2 skeletons. Then I find another skeleton, but I'm not that forgiving with this one. I start smelting some food, I dip my toes in lava, I cool off immediately, and then I get ambushed by a zombie. So all in all, a very nice start to the cave. After, I find some iron, I smelt all the iron I found, and make full iron armor. Then a sneaky green boy drops down and tries to blow me up. I see the cave system goes lower, but I will explore that in the next episode. And that brings me to the end of day 4. Day 5, I'm going to explore the cave a bit more to try find some diamonds. Let's hope it goes well. I start descending the cave, then I bump into 2 spooky scary skeletons and I absolutely game on them. I then go down the waterfall, I get down to the lava level, then I hear a heart-stopping noise. Now, at this point, I saw my life flash before my eyes as I was about to be blown into the lava, but I was not about to let that happen today, so I pivot and manage to jump onto the deep slate. Now after this experience, I spot some diamonds, I then proceed to mine the diamonds, then I find myself fighting more scary boys, with another one trying to sneak up on me, then I find some more diamonds, I then intentionally miss my jump, warm up my toes, and then jump into bed, and that brings me to the end of day 5. Day 6, I want to look for some diamonds and get out of the cave today. I spot some diamonds so I make my way over to them, but unfortunately it was only 1 diamond, but we take what we can get. Then I confidently make a bridge over the lava, but after this I get jumped by 2 green friends and give them a taste of my iron axe. Pow! Pow! I then bump into a creeper, I block the explosion, it kills the skeleton, and then I take out the spider. After this, I find one of the rarest blocks in the game right now, cobblestone diamond ore. I pillar up so I can mark the ores and come back to the ores with silk touch. I then find a rune portal, I find some goodies in a chest, I place my bed down, and that brings me to the end of day 6. Day 7, I wander through the woods and stumble into a village. So naturally, I loot all the chests. And I have decided to make this village my home for this world. So I start by digging out a little cavern for myself, just at the top of the village. I want to make it wide enough so I can fit my chests, furnaces and bed in, so I make it about 5 blocks wide. Afterwards, I decide to terraform the place a bit by cutting down some trees, and also because wood is an essential resource when making tools and a base. It's night time now, and I have made a nice cozy base which the villagers have made a home of as well. And that brings me to the end of day 7. Day 8, I want to terraform the area more today so I can make this place look a bit more like a home and not like a forest. So I start my wood cutting grind. Chop, chop, chop. Chop, chop, chop. But unfortunately, my axe breaks, so I go back home and make another one. Then I continue my axe grind. There is something so satisfying about listening to wood chopping ASMR. So this is before I chop down the trees, and this is after. You can see there's a nice clear path down the village now. I then spruce up my house a little bit. See what I did there? Spruce. And that brings me to the end of day 8. Day 9. Today I'm going to make my home area look even nicer today. I start by making a staircase to this villager's house as it was randomly built up on a mound of mud. Next, I use my bed to start turning the ground back from path blocks to grass blocks. I do this by placing and breaking the bed. This is the end result. Now I just have to leave it to turn back to grass. Now I am making another staircase down from the mountain to the villagers' houses down at the bottom for better accessibility around the area and to make it look all around much nicer. It is nighttime now and you can see the villager's house looks a lot better. Most of the path blocks have turned back to the grass blocks and I have a staircase leading down to the bottom of the village, and that brings me to the end of day 9. Day 10 and 11, so I have a confession to make. The episode 10 footage corrupted, so I have to merge the days together. But all I did on day 10 was make the village look a little bit cleaner. For example, look at this lovely path down to the bottom of the village. So I started the day by chopping down some trees, then I go fishing as I was running low on food, and afterwards I check out the cool cave below my house which tunnels all the way around to the other side of the mountain. Then naturally, a green sneaky boy tries to get me again, but I take him out with ease. Then I find a juicy 8 vein of iron ore. After this, I then go back to the village at night and I was toying with a creeper, but I regretted it when he blew a hole in my village. Then on my way back, I spot some villagers in need of my help, but I fall off and almost die. Then a zombie tries his luck with me, but I destroy its hopes and dreams. After I go back to the villagers and help them. This brings me to the end of day 11.